morning, community. Yet another episode from us. And today we will be talking about Sendspark. So here with us, we have the co-founder of Sendspark. Founder or co-founder?
Co-founder.
Co-founder. Bethany, and of course, my partner in crime, Ildiko. And so I've heard for the first time, or we've heard for the first time about Sendspark from Joel from Coachbox. Those of you who've been following us for a while, you know that we are one of the sponsoring partners for Sendspark. And if you get for Sendspark, sorry, Coachbox. So if you get Coachbox with us, you get as a coach, you get 1 month free trial. So if you've been receiving emails from us, there's all the information, replays, and Sendspark. Coachbox is a tool that I myself also use in my business. And I also installed Sendspark on my computer because it was promoted there, and it's such a cool tool. And I really like it because it's kind of like really allows you very easily to just plug it into your Google Chrome, and then it's already working. And I've used it once or twice, and I found it so simple, so easy to use. And I've been chasing Bethany for months, I think, or more to say it. I was actually chasing Joel for months to finally connect us with Bethany, and finally it happened. And so here she is. I'm a big techie person, and I love everything that is innovative and new and useful, and everything and anything that helps us coaches make our life easier in our businesses. And so we are actually here today to hear more from Bethany about what inspired her to have this business idea, and how does it work, and how does she see it coming into a coaching business. She told me when we were having pre-talks before this event that she actually has lots of coaches also that use this tool in their businesses. And today she'll be sharing with us as well what she's observed, how coaches use it, and what are the benefits they're reporting this to have on their business. So yeah, without further ado, Bethany, tell us, who are you? What is Sendspark? And yeah, what's the story behind? And yeah, over to you.
For sure. And thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure to be here today. And kind of funny. So we started Sunspark originally because I, as a marketer, was looking for more ways to connect with our audience and to just build like more human, authentic relationships. So Sunspark really started as a B2B marketing tool, but then, which, we still do, that's a big space of ours. We started working with Joel at Coachbox a bit ago, and he, got me really excited for all of the ways that Sendspark helps coaching. And I know like he's been using it and also helping other people set up Sendspark to be able to use it as a way to connect with coaches and or coaching clients. So I'm excited to share some more of those use cases today. So I'll go ahead and share my screen, and if there's anything that you guys want me to touch on, then I'm happy to dive more in there too. Cool. Okay. So a big question is, why should you as a coach use Sendspark with your clients? And there's a few different reasons, right? Like in general, Sendspark is going to help you connect more personally. And whether this is more on the prospecting side where you're trying to connect with potential clients, or you've already started working with them and you're looking for ways to just really build a human connection online. And Sendspark, or anytime you're using video, you can do something like this, which is live and synchronous. But if you're able to record short video messages, it's going to help you cross through different time zones and really empower you to be a bit more like free in when you respond and reach out to people. And we've had, a lot of people just say that the videos are able to help them build much stronger relationships because you're able to see someone's face. And, compared to email, or if you're writing out a lot of text, it might be factually relevant, but you're not going to have that same like face-to-face connection. So I'm going to go ahead and share Sendspark and just offer some tips of how people are using video to be able to connect with customers. So this is the basic Sunspark platform, and this is where you can manage all of the videos that you've created. We have a few different folders here. So my videos are videos that you create and send out to people. And then with Sendspark, then we also have a video request side that's going to allow you to request videos from other people. So if you're looking to get customer testimonials, or just videos from anyone outside of your organization, maybe you want a guest speaker, then you can also request videos here as well. So if you're going to go about recording a video, you can do this either in Sendspark by clicking a new video button, or really from any website that you're already on. I'll open a new tab. So you can just click here on the Chrome extension, and it's going to launch this recorder that you can use to record yourself or your screen. So here you can see a face recording of myself, or you can select screen to record just your screen, or both is probably the most popular option, where you're recording your face as a bubble on your screen. And you can move this around, change the shape, change the size, flip your camera, really make sure that this is recording what you want. One thing that's kind of cool about Sendspark is we have this camera spotlight mode. So you can easily toggle the video focus between yourself or your screen when you're doing, like, if you want to do a personalized intro or a personalized outro, and you can just shift X to kind of switch focus. So to record your screen, you're just going to click this start recording button, select the area that you want to share, and you can go ahead and record a video. I'll just do a quick like, hey, thank you guys for learning more about Sunspark. And you can click back on the Chrome extension to end the recording. And you'll see a preview of your video that's all ready to share out in either your one-to-one email communication, or you can even embed this in automated sequences or workflows in Coachbox or other platforms. So you just click here, and you can copy either the link or the GIF to paste this in an email message. So I'll do Command V. And this is going to make it easy to send out videos in email. Or you can, so this will send a video in email, or of course you can just copy a link and share this anywhere. If you want to add a little bit more customization here, then you can go back to where you created the video and edit the video landing page. And this can be really helpful to tell your viewer what you want them to do after they watch the video. So if you're kind of coaching them to take a certain step or do a certain thing, and you want them to be able to do that right after watching, then you just toggle on the call to action and add a link to the next step here. Next step, this is going to add a button below your video. And you can just add a link to wherever you want them to go. And you can also add a title. You have like title. So these are, and then when people watch, your video landing page is going to look just like this. Back in Sendspark, you'll be able to see all of the engagement on how people are watching your videos. So if you click on analytics, then you can see who's watching your video and how far into the video they're watching. So this is going to give you a lot of insight on how long your video should be, where are people dropping off, and how engaged are your clients if you're sending them content. And they're watching none of it, some of it, or all of it. So those are kind of the key fundamentals to keep in mind as you're sending out videos. And one thing I've also seen, especially for coaches, be really valuable is requesting customer testimonials. So I'm just going to go over how to do this as well. But if you go to this video request tab, then you can generate these public recording links, and you can send these out to your clients and say, like, please share, how we've been able to help you and the impact that we've had for you. And then you can just send them these public recording links for them to be able to tell you, one, who they are, and then they can record a video on their own end without having to download or install or pay for anything. It's just a super quick way. to record and share a video that's going to upload automatically. One other thing I'll just touch on while I'm walking through the features is you can customize the entire look and feel of Sendspark to match your branding. So everything I shared was Senspark's logo, Senspark's colors, but every aspect of Sendspark can be customized with your own logo, colors, subdomain, completely white labeled for you to make sure that you're giving off the appearance that you want to share. But cool. Rena, do you think there's anything else I should touch on that could be helpful?
So let's talk a little bit. Maybe you stop sharing the screen and let's talk about why does this, how is this relevant for coaches? And I think Ildiko has a question there.
Just go off mute. Yeah, so I had some questions. This seems to be a very easy way to record short videos, and our title is about personalized videos, and you mentioned it's so important when we build relationships, not just at the beginning, but during a coaching program or coaching engagements as well. So this seems to be a really nice and easy way of doing it. How else would you use it? So do you have any practical tips, or for example, what have you seen from coaches, how they used it in their communication, their marketing, their programs, their launch, or any other ways?
Yeah, I mean, I think video is going to supplement all of the activities you're already doing. So the question is, when are you already sending out emails or messages, and when do you want to drive a little bit more engagement? And that's on the marketing side, right? So anytime you're sending out an invitation to an event, a virtual event, an in-person event, or you're looking to drive adoption for a new service, it can be helpful. And then I've also seen coaches use, especially the request video features, to drive more engagement from their clients. So I've seen people say like for language classes, like, all right, now you speak and you record and use these request video links to make some of things that were previously in person more asynchronous. But it really just depends on, it's so unique to every person, right? It's like, when are you already trying to communicate? How can you make that faster and more asynchronous and give people more flexibility? And when do you want to drive more engagement than email alone?
Great stuff. And I've got another question. Sorry.
Okay, ask Ildiko. I'll go next.
Yeah, it's just about the practicality. So you have the videos on Sendspark, and you want to put it into an email or on your website. For example, if you mentioned we can request others to record videos like testimonials, I assume it's a really easy way to do that. So how can you then build that into your website or your email marketing or some other places? Is it as simple as taking a link from Sendspark and then build it into the relevant section of the website, or how does that work?
Yes. Yeah, let me show. So with all of your videos on Sendspark, then you're going to have, you're going to be able to share them in different ways. So we have this quick option to paste videos in the email. You can share the link with people as well. But when it comes to adding videos to your website or even your like automated email campaigns, we can also give you this embed code. So you could just take this code and paste it right into an HTML snippet on your website builder or in your website. And similarly for email, we give you this email HTML code. So if you're doing more of like an HTML email, then you can just copy and paste this in and your video is going to be here. But it's the same video. It's always hosted in Sendspark, and we just try to give you, for whatever channel you're using, the best way to share it in that channel. So I'll go back here, but it's all going to be on this share modal.
Those of you who are viewing this, do let us know if you have any questions. As you can see, the future is really moving toward video communication. You know, people don't have time to read, they don't want to read. And really for to get a feel for coaches, they actually want to see the coach, they want to see how they communicate, how they present themselves, see if they can connect with the coach. And as you are building your emailing lists and you are, you know, you're having your opt-ins and there are emails being submitted into your system and such, many of those people might have never actually seen you in action. They might have seen your ad somewhere or they've downloaded your ebook somewhere, but they've probably never took the trouble to actually go and Google you and find out more about you by maybe seeing if there are any interviews or YouTube videos available of you. So by having this ability of actually recording yourself quickly and embedding this into your emailing campaign, those of you who are already farther along and you have a CRM system and you're actually already sending out emails to your viewer, to your community, and why not add personalized video into that email? I've seen it being done in different ways. One of them is, of course, just adding them, embedding them into a campaign, which is kind of like a generic message, but it's an introduction to you, to your world, to who you are. Or, for instance, if you have somebody has scheduled a discovery call with you, why not, you know, recording some sort of video with instructions for that person, or just generally for anybody who's interested in your coaching, how they should be preparing for your session, what's all about, so that they get already a feel for you before the session as well. So there are so many ways you can actually use this. And because it's an extension, it's so easy to install in your Google Chrome and just have it up and running. And those of you who are kind of like thinking about entering that online educational space and you want to have your own courses eventually, you know, your own courses where you talk people through and present a certain topic, definitely Sendspark is a very easy way to record that content and then put it out there. Because as you know, Zoom has its limitations, especially when you're recording kind of like online courses, that it has its limitations, also in terms of quality and what you can actually project and share, and then you have to exit and enter again, and you know, kind of like jumping around different pages. So this is definitely much easier tool that you can use to record your online content. I'm currently working with a coach and I'm receiving every single day for the next 90 days, it's been like 30 days now, an email with a not personalized, but it's a video, 5-minute video with certain explanations. And that's also a good way to kind of like be engaged and watch those videos and get motivated, because as you know, on the coaching path, people get demotivated. There is always kind of like the low point, kind of like 4 or 5 weeks into the whole coaching game, but then things turn around and then people really take off. So by having kind of like some sort of a you know, video that you can send out and, you know, to motivate your clients might be also a good idea. Besides, this is something that we were talking last week about when we had a guest with us, when we were talking about launching programs. As you know, as you start having more and more clients, you just start finding yourself repeating over and over again the same thing. And then why not just record it and have it ready as a recording, and rather than saying, okay, client, we can spend the next 20 minutes me just presenting this idea, or this is the video, watch it to prepare for the next session, and then in the next session we're actually going to work on implementing it. So that way you can actually you know, remove those boring parts out of your coaching where you just repeat the same idea over and over again, because it's kind of like a standard thing that you need to kind of like put out there to align clients kind of like with where you stand, where they are, and this is where we're heading. And why not just remove those parts where you just repeat yourself, record it, send that link out, watch this 20 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, whatever it is. And then let's take it from there, let's implement. So this is where I see me using Sendspark more than anything. It's in my email communication. It's when it comes to online courses, but also when it comes to kind of like those bite-sized pieces of content that I can send to my clients throughout the coaching experience with them, where I can just explain it once. And then I do that a lot actually in my coaching. Those of you who've been coaching with me or have known me for a while, I have already like some sort of a little database of videos, workshops that I've run in the past, and I just share them. What else have you seen Bethany coaches do? When it comes to content?
I just want to add something to what you said about like saving yourself the repetition, because that is so important to us at Sendspark, that you shouldn't have to repeat yourself so many times. And some advice that we give people is, when you start out, you want to record personalized videos. If someone asks you a question, you respond to them. But after you find yourself saying the same thing twice, that's when you want to just make one video and then send it to everyone that asks you the question. And maybe each time you're saving yourself 10 minutes, but that 10 minutes is going to add up. And you're not making any sacrifice. It's not like you're sending them to a generic help article or something that is impersonal. It's like, no, you're still sending them great content, and it's what you would have said anyway because you said it twice, but you're able to send it out. So I think that's a really good point about how Sendspark's able to help. I also think, since, before I was saying Sendspark is the way you're using video is so unique to your business, it'd be kind of cool if you guys who are here don't mind sharing like what kind of coaching business are you in, and I can give some more specific topics of ways I've seen people use that in the industry, or just some ideas. So if you don't mind just putting in the chat, leadership coaching, what else? Mental well-being, career development, mind, brain power. What other specialties do you guys have?
So keep typing before we continue with that, just to give kind of people a few more minutes. So there is a good question from Anya that it sounds like you also are like a video hosting platform service in addition to the other features. Can you talk more about your hosting services compared to other hosting services? Correct me if I'm wrong, Bethany, but from what I remember, when I used Sendspark the first time, I actually uploaded my own video onto Sendspark, and then I got that link, and then I embedded it into my website. So you can actually also upload your own videos into Sendspark and use it that way. And I think for recording purposes, the free version allows you up to 30 videos that you can host and have and record on the platform and use for free. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, and then in terms of the question about video hosting services, we're going to have all of the core features when it comes to hosting. Like, I feel like hosting is kind of simple. It's like you can upload or record videos with Sendspark, and then you can embed them different places. And we're going to be able to track engagement and analytics. I think where Sendspark really goes above and beyond is when you're sending videos and email, because that's where a lot of other hosting platforms fall short. Like, they have great web hosting functionality, but when it comes to email or messaging, or kind of the day-to-day ways you're communicating with people, it's very limited. So that's where Sendspark really excels. But we do have all the core website hosting platforms, the website hosting features as well. The one like caveat I'd say there is every time you're creating a video, you are creating a video like share page, because we're really made for the videos to be shared. So it might feel like a little extra work because you're uploading the video on a page. And that page isn't going to be shown if you're embedding the video on the web, which doesn't really have any functional difference. I'm just letting you know. You might be like, oh, why is there a logo here? When I embed it, there's no logo. But that's because we don't want you to be embedding a page on another page.
Okay, perfect. We have a few things submitted here in the chat. So any suggestions for those: leadership, mental well-being, career development, niches?
Yeah, so I think, I guess like one thing that maybe will will apply to everything, is just being really efficient with your time using the request video feature. So if you're trying to engage your clients in certain ways, you can have them respond to you via like video as opposed to meeting with them one-on-one or, you know, in group settings all the time, and giving like assignments or things during the week. I think can be helpful. I'd say like I'm not, to be fully honest, I'm not really an expert in any of these categories. So I don't really have specific advice, but I'd really say just like play around with it and try to be creative yourself. I think when it comes to leadership, like a big part of that is public speaking and getting people to be confident presenting themselves. So I could see the request video feature being really valuable there. And same with career development, right, where you're trying to really empower your clients. But I'd keep in mind really everything Rena was saying as well about saving yourself time, repeating yourself, being able to explain things via video, you know, onboarding people to your services and getting them to fill out certain material and understand your system and your process. And then I just saw the other question related to storage. So for the free,
that was from me. I'm just thinking that obviously you start using it, you have a few clients, you keep sending communication as well as building things into your website, and then they provide you testimonials and everything. It can build up into quite a large library. So at which point would you start deleting things? How much storage do you have? Or tell us a little bit more about that. How do you find people using it that way?
Yeah, so we have a free plan, and with a free plan, you get up to 30 free videos. But there actually aren't any video time limits or anything like that. So it's just that number of 30 videos. And then if you upgrade to our pro plan, then you can have unlimited videos. So there's really no restriction. You can upload as much content as you need. There's no recording lengths. I kind of keep in mind attention spans, right? Like if you're I wouldn't recommend sending out really long videos, but we're not going to actively cut you off. You're really able to use it as much as you need.
And perhaps just so you know, those of you who are perhaps not that techie, that, if you embed the real video into your email, it's going to be so heavy that it might, crash your whatever mailing service you use, and people might not even receive those emails. So by embedding the videos like this, it's nothing. It's still a very tiny email, and it's going to go out just like a normal email. It's even less heavy than if you embed a picture into the communication. So for instance, for our coaching community, we are heavily reliant on video, on images. And so that makes the email very quickly, very heavy. But with embedding the video this way, it appears as if it's the video is really in the email, but it's not. So when they click on it, they actually play it in the email. It's not like they're going to be taken out of the email and kind of like a new tab is going to be open and then the video is there. No, it's still played in the email, which is great because it stays there. But at the same time, it's not that heavy. So I thought I wanted to mention this kind of like at this point. So really, there is no limit to how you can use it creatively based on what you're most comfortable with. Some of you might not be very comfortable yet doing Facebook Lives and such, but maybe you're comfortable recording those little videos and only your community gets to see it. So that's why we invited Sendspark to kind of like just give you one additional tool that you can use. You can experiment with it, see how you like it. It might not be for everyone. Not everyone is ready to record videos, but at least you can try. And those of you who are already coaching, all the time I get requests from my clients like, how does this work again? Where was this button on LinkedIn? Or where was this button in the Facebook group? How do I do it? And for me, of course, I record voice conversations for my clients a lot actually, and explaining to them this thing and that thing. But sometimes maybe it's just easier and better to just send them a video and explain, okay, look, click here, click there. This is how it works, kind of like between sessions to facilitate the process for them. And it kind of like gives them that feel that you're really very, very hands-on and between the sessions as well, so that you don't leave them kind of like hanging dry out there, but you still give them that hands-on support. And then eventually maybe that video can be reused somewhere else, right? So if that question comes up again, then you can send the same link again. So this is how I see myself using it. And are there any questions? Let us know. I don't see any questions in the chat. Anything else that you would want to add, Bethany?
I just want to add that we have a special promotion for everyone who is here today to get their first month of Sendspark for free with the promo code CoachingFam. So I'll paste that in the chat, and everyone here is welcome to use that.
Excellent. And do let us know how else can people actually connect with you. And
yeah, like I was telling you, I'm currently locked out of my Facebook account, but anyone can add me on LinkedIn. Or if you shoot a message through the Sendspark support chat, I'll probably be chatting with you there.
Excellent. Just reach out, and the links are in the chat, and I'm going to put it also under the video. And thank you so much, Bethany, for being here with us, for sharing more about Sendspark and inspiring us to use videos more and more. I love videos. And even though I had Sendspark for some time, I kind of like, I know the benefits, and I need to make it my priority instead of recording those videos. It would be great. So yeah, any last words?
Oh, thanks so much for having me. It was really, really great.
Perfect. Thank you so much, and see you later today. We have another podcast. Bye.